Here's a quick recap of my weekend at the In One Gaming Expo, March 10th and 11th in Olathe, Kansas. So the day started off pretty early since it was a 3.5-hour drive and I still had to set up my table. I made pretty good time. Unfortunately, I did run into some rain about 30 minutes before arriving at the venue. No big deal though, not gonna let a little rain ruin my weekend. So at this point, it's about 9:30, 30 minutes before they start letting people in, and I'm already set up, which is a first, and thankfully everything fit on one 8x3 foot table. I didn't take quite as much since I have another convention coming up in late July, so that definitely helped speed up the setup time. There's Norm, the gaming historian, and his wife setting up his table. He was literally 10 feet across from me on day one, so we had fun staring at each other for 7 hours. But it was cool meeting Norm, and he had just received his 1 millionth subscriber on YouTube that weekend. So congratulations, Norm. So since I had an extra 30 minutes, I thought I'd walk around and check out some of the other vendors while I had time. This expo was a little bit different than ones that I normally sell at. There was a lot more variety in the items being sold. Now that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you're into, but I think it helps to bring in a lot more people that maybe aren't particularly into just video games. Here is the Video Game Dads podcast table. It was so good to see these guys again. They usually are at MoGameCon. Ben, Adam, and Shane are three of the nicest guys that you're ever going to meet, and it was a blast hanging out with them that weekend. They also have a really awesome podcast, so go check them out if you haven't already. One of the things that makes this expo different from other conventions is the amount of local artists that they had spotlighted. Again, it gives people something else to look at if video games aren't your thing. But if gaming is your thing, there were quite a few vendors offering a little bit of everything, from Famicom imports to Nintendo Switch games, even a lot of super rare Saturn games. Hopefully, you brought your checkbook.
Good! Good! More for me and you.
Here's Ben Bizzle's vendor booth. You may know him as the creator of the Filthy Game Room Facebook group. We traded some stories about buying and selling on Facebook Marketplace since we live in the same area, and he reminded me that he secretly picked my pocket on a JVC XI that I hesitated on a few days prior to the expo. So I appreciate your honesty, and congrats on that one, Ben. It was also really nice to see some friends and fellow content creators that I haven't seen in a while. One thing that was really cool about this expo was the arcade area. There was a nice variety of 12 different cabinets. Guess which one was my favorite? Yeah, it's always nice to get some Robotron in while you're away from home. This area obviously isn't as big as arcades from other expos, but you know what? I'll take 12 cabinets any day over none at all. There was also another room that was busy all weekend long, and it had 2 pinball machines, Tales from the Crypt being my favorite, as well as a number of Japanese rhythm games. This room was always packed, so the only time that I got to play was before it opened and then after it closed. Here's some bonus footage of Ben from the Video Game Dads podcast playing Waka Reverse.
This is like one of those old...
I like the concept, but the song...
I mean, honestly, it's a good one to start on, but I feel like I'm touching something, like massaging it. It's kind of a weird aesthetic. They should call this the massaging game. I mean, this is pretty cool.
You just got some style points there.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't played it before, but it makes sense what I'm doing, unlike that one, where I had no idea what I was doing.
Here's something you don't see every day. This is a Sharp SF1. It's a Japanese-only 20-inch Sharp TV with a built-in Super Famicom. This was purchased by Sean, one of the organizers, who bought it from Norm, the gaming historian. Oh, and look, there's that JVC XI that Ben Bizzle stole from me. Nice pickup, Sean. Check out this family of Street Fighters. We got Crimson Viper, a Sleepy Ryu, and then a Shy Chun-Li. So here we are at the end of day 2 and my panel with Do You Nerd. And I think it went pretty well, and I would hope to think that the kind people that showed up thoroughly enjoyed themselves. An hour before closing, and I'm completely picked over, transitioning from an 8-foot table to a 6-foot table, which meant that I put some money in my pocket and made packing up a breeze. So it's time to head home. All right, that's going to do it for this recap of my weekend at the All In One Gaming Expo. I want to thank all the organizers, especially Brandon, who took the time to get a hold of me and answer any questions that I had. I also want to give a shout out to the Video Game Dads podcast guys for allowing me to join forces with them on day 2. It really made a difference, and I can't thank them enough. And also, thanks to subscribers of my channel that took the time to stop by and say hi. This was a fantastic first-year expo, and I was so glad to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see them grow in the future. All right, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like on the way out and consider subscribing for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.